We're not even doing
That's
it.
because Brad stopped playing them.
We're gonna make
Brad
this happen.
stopped playing them. Naden stopped playing them.
Look,
a
man.
lot of top players stopped playing them.
Well, guards still exist, man. So hey, look, we're back. Also, we're back in a different stream, so hopefully people find us.
Hopefully.
I should probably also remove the cows from on top of Brandon. Ah.
I believe in the cow.
Oh, whoopsie. The internet. Apparently, the internet everywhere hates me. Ah, good times. So, what was I talking about? It was probably unbelievably intelligent and well-spoken.
You were talking about salamanders.
Well, clearly it wasn't intelligent and well-spoken then.
I'm ready to see your unicorn chapter master come out again.
Oh, that is true. I'm
I don't think
excited.
I've ever seen that.
Oh, dude, I've got attack bikes that Alan made that have my picture on them. It's fantastic. It's my picture riding a unicorn on a unicorn. It's Inception. So I'm geeked about it. I'm not as geeked as the fact that we killed the stream and everybody's got to find it again. But alas, we're gonna have a short video of stuff going down. So, sometimes the internet's a fickle mistress.
Brent, did your elves fix Brad's internet? Because you look like Santa.
Oh, I have no idea.
He's 40K Santa. That is true.
You do have a Santa vibe going on right now, Brendan.
That's better than my name at the DoG team tournament, which was Prison Moses. So
He's in Moses. I never know whether like it's color or you're as gray as me. So I don't know what's going on there. Also, you can.
That looks like gray.
He keeps coloring his hair different colors that I can't see, and I feel it's a plot against me.
I mean, you can see the blue, right?
I don't see blue. It's all gray.
Oh no, it is now. But like, Brad could totally see the blue before.
You shut your
it
face.
took him like a year to catch on to the Goku theme.
Yeah, well, that's good. You finally stayed in the light where I could kind of tell, and I'm like, wait a second, is that different color? And he's like, yeah, it is. So, semi-salamander list. I'm pretty juiced about them. I think that there's different ways to play Marines. I feel like I said that. Maybe I didn't because I just thought I was talking to people, but apparently the internet went away. Your Quins aren't dead, brother. Here's why. I think that they're injured. They got shot. They got hamstrung. They're trying to get away and they're limping. But they now have unlocked, the 6-inch aura instead of picking a unit at -6 inches, which is kind of big because we're going to get a ton of stuff like Inceptors and stuff like that. We've got a lot of decently short range guns. If you figure you've got multi-meltas, Inceptor plasma, and things of that nature. And I think the biggest thing is that the Quins, the rides are the problem. At 5++, you know what I mean? That's an issue. I think 5++ on the guys didn't make that big of a difference because they were going to die anyways. They kind of hit it and they're gone. You know what I mean? So I really think that they have potential, I guess, but I'm going to have to play with them, to be honest. I don't. The 5++ seems ridiculous on the rides, but it doesn't feel like I care on the dudes. You know what I mean? So that's something in and of itself. Yeah, they cut it until he gets into the House of Wax. Oh, dude, bro, Mike, don't sell off your GSC. I think GSC is going to be legit. Excuse me, I think.
Oh, GSC is going to be crazy good.
Legit.
Crazy good.
So like, everyone can listen here. Like, I'm legitimately building a Twisted Heel list that I'm now painting since I've shelved my Harlequins out of anger.
I just think that the GSC is going to have like crazy. They're going to take the spot of regular tune-ins. Let's be if you're talking about people that got beat up on, the only people that got just shelved is the standard list that people were running. Like the thing I'm running this weekend. I was actually debating on letting Snigs just let me run an Uthway list, and I think people would just let me run it. They're like, you can either play my double 5-man warrior, double 5-man Ravener, Reaper of Obliterax, two units of Zoes, or my rando Uthway list with 3 Warwalkers, 3 Dire Avengers, and some stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I played you with your Eldar. It's a much easier matchup. Like looking at how you played Nids because it's predictable.
Yeah, true.
You're like Eldar. It's like, okay, what's Brad gonna do? He's gonna try to score here. He's gonna try to score here. He did none of that, and somehow he still won by 2 points.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Brad, actually, I think you're probably better off doing Tyranids, and the reason being is just the way the train is set up. You need a durable unit to hold the center, and I don't know if Eldar can do that for you.
Look, man, when you think durable, you think Eldar. I think
Your toughest 3 models, you got it.
I'm just gonna have a unit of Banshees. They're -1 to hit, dude. You'll never kill them.
Never
Brad's gonna
ever.
walk by a table, and I'm just gonna have a unit of Kroot Hound in the middle. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
It's just, dude,
Hide.
they've been alive for 3 turns.
No one should be,
How does that happen? Well, they have this new magical 2+++.
It's like it must be in the FAQ. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, special epic.
Dude, you want to talk about a big thing that people aren't really talking about enough? In the core FAQ that we got today, we got an FAQ for what, like 7 books? One of the biggest ones was the fact that they said that anything that ignores wound caps ignores your -1 damage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing, man. Like if you're using the finial, you can literally walk up to something and go, cool, I got 2 damage weapons. Sweet, you're taking all of the damage, even though you're -1. That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So what units have that ignore wound caps off the top of your head?
Tau have the bro. You've got the finial, of course. You've got Reaper of Obliterax. God, I made
Gosh, I have 2 bros.
yeah. I made a list earlier. Now I can't remember anything because I'm old and feeble. See, yeah, I was saying Lyle's got the Farside Enclave Warlord trait. The Tyrant Guard can still do the bust. They can't do the they can look out Sir the guy. He still has to be legal hidden. So he can't just be like the closest thing. Like if somebody tries to do a backflip and stand in front of it, are you choking out a small child with plastic? What's going on? Yeah.
Brenton, we're all
Don't ask questions.
He's just messing with me right now. Ben's just doing stuff to take me out of my game. Abaddon, yeah.
All right, Brad, we need to talk about the most serious nerf now that Ratlings cost 50 points a model.
Yeah.
So 5 Ratlings is 250 points, so that's more expensive than Land Raider. What kind of broken shit did they get in the new guard book?
Dude, okay. I'm going to give props and I'm going to give not props. Ready? Props to GW. I think this is one of the best points adjustments they've done ever because it brought the bottom up and it hit the top, pretty hard. But who's the guy that's in charge of not putting in a change log? Because I'm going to hit that guy repeatedly with a Nerf bat until I murder face him. Because, dude, what is up with... I keep finding hidden gems in the thing because they didn't point out anybody that just doesn't pay for stuff. I mean, one of the biggest points buffs in the game is Plasma Inceptors. Do they have red? Do they have anything that shows you they went down? No. They just casually don't have +10 per gun. You're like, that's a big deal, man. Mm-hmm. I want to do that. I'm going to try to figure out, I'm going to have a guy for Eloise and just give her a new document with no change log and see how quickly she banes that guy and breaks his spine. It's true.
I can't fathom an engineer not having a change log.
It's just wild because there's literally such big winners and losers right now because some of those tanks, you're like, oh yeah, they used to have all of the shit that costs. Now it doesn't. Dude, like there's multiple tanks out there. I mean, even like the Predators got like what, 30 points worth of free shit now? You know what I mean? Like you have to like pour through there like a detective and try to figure out who's got what.
The Gladiator Lancer.
Yeah, he's $125 now, and he went down, 15 or 20 points, and he gets 20 points for the war gear.
Yeah, and let alone if you there's one of the chapters you can take and put a multi-melta on it, if I remember correctly.
Black Templar.
Yeah, the Black Templar can put a multi-melta on it as well, just cuz.
Yeah, it's just... Go ahead.
No, I was looking at some of the buffs, like Stern Guard. If you just want to have a whole bunch of random combi weapons on tactical marines to go on a drop pod, when I first looked at the entry, I was like, oh, there's still 20 points. They didn't go down. But no, they did. I mean, you're getting a free 120 points of equipment. Bite captains. Thunderhammer went down 10 points, but you're getting your Storm Shield for free. You're getting any Kami weapons for free. Like, they add up real quick.
You know who I want
And
to take?
actually, a lot of the buffs for the characters, Chief Apothecary, Chapter Master, Master of Sanctity, those all went down too. And it wasn't really pointed out. Like, I don't remember those being pink.
No, they're none of them are. Anything that just has free upgrades didn't change anything because they only showed you what changed the base points. Dude, there's so much shit like that's just like that. You know who's crazy got better, and I just want to play them because they're so cool, and I still think they kind of suck. Space Wolf Cavalry, Thunder Wolf Cavalry. Those guys are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
Actually, Lyle says he can add 51 Inferno pistols to his list.
yeah, I don't even know if that makes a difference, to be honest. Seriously.
So all the Sanguinary Guard, you're running generally 21 to 24 Sanguinary
Yeah.
Guard. They get free Inferno pistols.
You know, and that's good for if there was a bunch of. I guess if you're playing the tanks, it's good. But like, it's a 6-inch pistol. You're already killing that with your whatever you're assaulting. You're gonna have to do some serious 2-for-1s there. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. Free shit. Period. I mean, a free Melta anything is pretty badass. So that's legit. So. You don't, dude, Mike, I'm going to get Ganny. You don't need Devastator pods. You just walk those bad boys up. Don't spend any points on pods. Walk that bitch over there. You don't suffer any, you stay in Dev Doctor forever. You don't suffer any penalties. Just walk. Walk on over. Pew pew. Because, dude, you got to figure now, points get you so much shit now. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be wasting stuff. You can just get another squad now.
I can't wait to see what Pete comes up with for his Iron Hands.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Eloise
looking
brings a
forward
good point, and this is one of my pains. Why are Scout Bikes 30 points?
You know why? Because fuck you, Brandon.
And Thunderfire Cannons. Why are they 120 points? Two of my favorite units are garbage.
So, did you notice that the points went down on stuff you can buy in the local store, and the points stayed the same on stuff that's direct only?
Land speeders went down.
So
a
if
point.
you actually look, I as a retailer, I hate to bring that up again. I actually looked at that and went, huh, the stuff that's direct only, the points didn't shift on. The stuff that is available in your local friendly game store, the points went down on or got adjusted based upon power. But like none of the direct only stuff did the points go down on, significantly forcing a buy on them.
If you need me,
Just a weird observation.
Well, they're going to phase them out. Ultimately, they're going to have to phase out half the Space Marine book or combine entries.
I think Iron Hands are going to be like Iron Hands. You said the war suits are going to be good. I actually think that Iron Hands, or not Iron Hands, but war suits in Ultramarines are going to be scary because you got the redeploy. You could literally just deploy them all crazy as shit and just go, well, if I go first, stuff's going to happen, man. Martial Legacy, yeah. There is a lot of HQs that are direct now. I wish that we could still take the old stuff. I didn't like the fact that they legends so many named characters from the successor chapters. I do call Iron Hands. Iron Hands are the pumpkin spice lattes of Space Marines because they're
Ready for my war suit.
because they're really good, but they're like the easy mode to play on that because you get your free rerolls, you move and shoot heavy weapons. They don't do anything better than everybody else, but they do everything pretty good, so you can't mess it up. You know what I mean? So I like them for that.
Very forgiving.
Eloise, that's not true. That was just Games
Just-
Workshop not knowing how to
Now
play
I
the
know I got to
rules.
play the rules. You know why we get some broken stuff? Because guys that test games don't know the rules. I didn't know that happened, and I watched that part, and I was just like, are they playing banners wrong also? Did they just deploy wrong? Did the guy just say, if I win this roll, I can choose to go first or second? I'm like, what game is this dude playing?
They're just playing a different edition.
That's right.
I watched that video. It's like, all right, I won the roll. I get to choose. What?
Like that's
Sometimes
that's not a rule.
my guess is when you play multiple editions, because I've seen it happen, And when you're probably testing stuff for a later date and time, sometimes your brain goes, I forget what I'm doing, George.
Oh my God.
And you just move forward. And I've had those moments. I've seen Brad have those moments. I've seen Brandon have those moments.
Dude.
So it happens. We just go, oh yeah, that was, second edition, third.
Maple City GT, Snigs and I are playing. This is when we were still play testing. And we're playing each other marine on marine, and we're firing thunderfire cannons at each other. And somebody walks by and goes, hey man, you guys know that they're T6, right? Not T5? And then we were going to roll, and he goes, well, you didn't pick up one of your hits. They hit on 2s. And I go, yeah, I knew that. And then I go open the book, Snigs. He's like, they weren't this in the play testing. I'm like, I know. Like, how long have we been playing these wrong? To our disadvantage the entire time. He's like, 3 months. I'm like, God damn it. Possibly.
It could be 10th edition, or they could be factoring in Horus Heresy, because Horus Heresy uses templates, and
Yeah,
don't
they went back to 7, basically.
I mean, I'd see it templates
Corey's
again.
got it 100% right on this. They basically were playing G.I. Joe versus Star Wars, making up rules for their action figures. Oh man, here's the thing. What do you guys think is a unit that wasn't played at all and is now going to come back?
Regular Space Marine Terminators.
What about you, Brent?
I'd say probably Centurions, because I don't see a lot of them, but I think they're probably going to come back.
Say again?
The Assault Centurions. I think they're probably going to make a strong comeback.
I can see that, because you can bring Hurricanes and the Meltas on them for 60 points. That's not bad at all.
Exactly.
Brandon?
I'm thinking Outriders, and I also think you're gonna start seeing Scouts again.
I don't know about the Scouts, bro. I can see Corey goes the Legionnaires. Legionnaires got the treatment kind of like Death Guard. Why can't I talk? Plague Marines. They get a shit ton of free weapons. They just get, and they also get kind of like Plague Marines do, not just free, things across the board. They get like one pan and one flag and this, and they're just like, they get so many random things. It's like one heavy weapon, one special weapon, one assault thing, one melee weapon. You're like, so just everybody gets one of everything? Maybe it's because they want you to just use the sprue. You remember how the old heavy weapon sprues used to come with one of each heavy weapon?
Oh yeah.
Hated that.
Oh, so annoying. You're like, yeah, man, who's running their, a standard Devas team with an autocannon, a las cannon, a missile launcher, and a multi-multi? You're like, yeah, no one's ever run that ever.
That was me in 6th edition trying to slap it all together on my first box of long things. Like, what is going on here?
And then you're just like, I guess everyone needs to get within 24 inches because Ted over here brought the short range gun.
Actually, one thing I noticed that I thought was kind of interesting is, so they updated the Ultramarine supplement, and Honor Guard went down in points. But Honor Guard are a Legends unit, so I don't really understand why they changed their points.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because they've been ignoring all the other Legend units.
Connor's got a good point on that. I was talking about that earlier, but before the internet failed me for the last time, Admiral Internet. But I think that there's a lot of armies that are going to skew too far, because you're going to be like, I have to be able to kill all these Leman Russes. I got to kill all these gladiators. And then if you just bring like 1 million bros, your opponent just might not have enough guns. You know what I mean? To even deal with that.
I mean, that one of the discussions amongst a few of us that play Tyranids who talk somewhat regularly was, how many gaunts do we bring now? Because AP1s actually matters now, and they're pretty cheap, and they're not bad depending upon what you take them in. And we were debating, like, well, you can just do a gaunt carpet and go, do you have this many guns? Can you get me off these objectives?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're going to see that. I mean, with the new Ark of the Covenant, I think you're going to see some seriously crazy GSC lists, because they can take 1 billion troops now too. So you're going to see a million 5-man units, acolytes, and shit like that, and that's some big ones. But I think I think GSC really, really benefits from the ARC detachment because you can just bring a bizarre amount of shit, you know what I mean, that they want, and you can just steal objectives for that. It's just crazy. Bobby G's still overpriced. Sorry, Eloise. Sorry.
So how do we
He
feel
is
about
cheaper than
Votan
Abbott.
being an ally to Imperial?
Do what now?
I mean,
So apparently Votan, you can ally with Imperial Army now.
Look, man, Tau used to be able to do the same thing. Votan's the new hot Votan is the second wife.
Not the mistress. I feel like she's the
no.
mistress.
Votan are like marker lights. We can do it better.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Tau's old news, man. That's
Yeah. I don't know. I still personally am just going to treat it as I do every other game where I see Votan. I'm just going to table them.
now you just sound like Tom terminology.
I was thinking there was some Tom terminology.
Exactly. I was
Is that
gonna-
actually Tom in a suit?
Oh
In a
yeah,
saddle suit?
it's two Toms in a Brenton suit.
Little did you know, this is Jonas.
Java's Togden. Oh, it's taken.
I thought he died. at
It took
ATC.
him that long
You
to
thought I
resurrect. I don't know.
No, it's I don't know. I like Votan. I respect him, but I just feel like they don't have enough answers once the DoC gets thrown their way.
Dude, it could be unpopular opinion. I'm going to throw it out there. Votan did not need to get a points increase, period.
I agree. 100% did
I agree.
not need it. Like all my games at Warzone, I would usually table most of them, but Votan, I tabled in one turn. So
The problem is that
I don't
army,
know how you did that. That poor guy.
well, that army is just so, it has a shit ton of firepower and it's super good at what it does, but it has so few units. You know what I mean? Like, you kill the bikes and then just steal their objectives once or twice. You can just sit and just be like, you don't have good secondaries. Do something. And they're like, we'll be there soon. I swear. Wait for us.
turn 4 rolls around. Come on, range boys, move.
Yeah.
So can we talk about my army for just a second and how they got put in a pressure cooker and turned into some kind of stew? Because the NIDS, that boy in particular,
dude.
right over there.
Pressure cookers and NIDS pressure cookers and stew are pissed off that you compared them to NIDS and it's got so jacked.
That's fair. But it's like they got hit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still think they needed to get some type of nerf.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, they were winning
hit
at
so
too high of
hard.
an easy win button percentage.
The best part about that is,
Ouch.
yes, they went too far. But here's my favorite part, and I love everything about. I hope someone at GW did this on purpose. Hive Guard and the Tri-God haven't seen the fucking table this edition, and they both got points increases because fuck you. That's why. I was like, dude, no one outside of the basement has showed up with a
The
Trigon.
basic Trigon got a points increase. Did I miss that when I was looking this morning?
Yes. A dude was literally doing the points and he just went, yeah, fuck that, dude.
So the real
Hey, that
question is-
indirect is really powerful. Okay, it only was nerfed back in April.
The real question is, was Brad able to get the Toxicrene nerfed?
Well, it only did work on day 2. Day 1, it did not do well. it had
That's
some
right, 'cause day
problems.
one you forgot it did mortals.
Well, kind of. That thing's an
Oh my
amazing.
god, the Trigon did go up. Oh my god,
I
that's
told you,
terrible.
dude, it's
He
so
went up
bad.
15 points. What?
He hasn't
Stanley
even
played
seen
him
the
in
board.
2 events.
The
I
tr-
played him in 2
Dude,
events where they did well.
In my mind, the Tri-God is literally sitting watching TV and someone knocks at the door and just punched him and went, you know why? I actually don't know why. Like, why?
Because since
Trigon
the 7th
Prime
edition.
didn't go up.
Yes, I
Just the
know.
regular Trigon.
Yes, the Tri-God Prime could have possibly been taken. The Tri-God by itself has not seen the goddamn table. Period. And they just went, fuck him.
I'm the
Why
only-
him?
To
Yes.
my knowledge, I'm the only one that I ran him at Battle for Salvation and like 2 RTTs. I'm the only one that ran them, and I ran them because they were my fun unit. They were my silly
You
unit.
are literally a
That was it.
unicorn for having those. Just do it. I'm like, dude, why? Who was like, that Trigon, that needs some points. Like, what?
All right, Brad. So you're gonna ask Jason to change your list to have a Trigon and Hive Guard in it?
100%. So I got to talk
He
about what
needs
I'm
3
playing.
Toxicreens. That's what he needs.
I'm so sad. We didn't talk about LVO. LVO probably made the right decision, but their swans did exactly they did. Ooh. But I was so excited to play with the new points. And then Reese came out and killed it. He was the anti-fun. Reese, you anti-fund it. It was probably the right call, but still, man.
It was 100% the right.
I was about to say, I mean, I would have been fine. Brad, you would have been fine. But there's a lot of people who have been fine-tuning lists and practicing with one army that they don't quite
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
really feel like.
See, I disagree.
This is where I
think
get
you
to
throw it all under the
say
bus.
an unpopular opinion of I think based upon the amount of people that travel to it and the people that have figured it out, planned it out, got their army so they can pack it, get in their overhead bag and go, to get thrown at either A, you need to paint a whole bunch more models, or B, you need to completely change your list to an nth degree. It was the wise choice for gameplay and the integrity of the tournament. I would have loved to have seen the Wild Wild West. We agree on this, Brad. But at the same time, in this scope, I don't think it was necessary.
I'm
I was
playing.
going to say we have. Go ahead, Brad.
No, I was about to say, hey, you know what? I am going ahead. Fuck it. I was just going to say, I'm going to play my salamanders at the new points and just see until they find out and then go, my bad, and then just leave. Has he been playing with 1,000 extra points? Yeah, I've been doing good.
Pretty sure because you're a named player that would go over like a lead balloon to start with.
Brad's going
See, I'm
into
going to
round
disagree
6.
with Brian though, because I feel like ATC has done it twice, where there's been a complete edition change, and they've went Wild Wild West. World Team Championship did the same thing with the new rules. So it's 2 weeks. I just painted 1850 points of Tau in 5 days. Like, good. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like they 100% should just adopted all of it, because now we're going to be looking in the past. Whatever happens to LVO isn't relevant anymore.
I mean, it would be so much more fun. Now we're just playing an edition. You know, we're not an edition, I guess, but we're playing yesterday. This is 2000 and late. I just made another Black Eyed Peas reference. I love everything about this. A 10-year-old Black Eyed Peas reference.
Okay, Fergie.
Someone read the packet to me as a
although I understand, because personally I want to see the Wild Wild West. I just think for the convention itself they made the right decision, because it's a lot as judges to undertake all the new questions, getting everything set, making sure everybody's up to date. Just like with Nephilim, where do we know if Arcs of Omen is going to be available after the first week of it being released? There's a lot of questions there that they don't have to deal with at this point. So I understand why they made their decision. I think it was the right decision. I wish it was the other, but that's just because I like to watch the world burn too. So
I'm pretty sure what we're going to do is we're going to see the Wild Wild West at Cherokee Open.
oh yeah.
Are you going?
And
to
I
that,
think
Brian?
I'm going to have an absolute blast at the Cherokee Open. Yes, I am. And I'm
You're
going
gonna
to
come hang. That's
stop by
you know, it's
Toledo
30 minutes
and-
from me.
yeah, I'm going to stop by Toledo and grab this old man and be like, "Yo, let's go."
I'm in. Where are we going?
Cherokee Open.
You're coming down to Knoxville. You're gonna come hang out.
I'm on it. Let's do this.
And then
We'll
we're
go to
going to
some
have to stop.
wineries, and then we'll go over the mountains.
Well, the thing is, I'd stop in Detroit first, but he's a little bit bigger than me. But me and Brad are gonna turn around, go to Detroit. We're gonna knock on the door with a wiffle ball bat, and we're gonna smack Tom in the head, hawk tie, throw him in the back of the truck, and take him with us.
That also sounds decent. What's that?
Not
Did
gonna
I
lie, I
just
like
did I
everything
just
about
download a 2000 and late GIF so I can keep playing it? Maybe.
So the one question I got asked by somebody is, "Hey Brian, did you save the old balanced data slate on like any of your computers or iPads or anything so you can reference it for this week? Because I have an RTT this weekend where we're not using the new stuff, obviously." And they were like, "Did you save the old reference stuff?" And I'm like,
Nope.
No. I was like, I'm like, hopefully they don't update Wikipedia before then, I guess.
It's
You got
currently
about,
not
like, a
updated.
day.
It's
You got about a
totally gonna
day
be
before
there.
They do it.
Oh, Eloise brings up a good point, guys. Cocaine Bear comes out that weekend of Cherokee Open.
See, I put it right next to me. Cocaine Bear.
And Cocaine Bear is based in Knoxville. Like, you'll be living the Cocaine Bear experience by going to Cherokee Open.
Wait a second. So now I have to figure out how to get to Cherokee.
Yeah. Brian, you can come hang out at my house. I literally live like 45 minutes away.
What's the date on Cherokee?
It's the last weekend in February.
All right, I'm staying at your place.
We're gonna have to get a hotel. We're not driving over the mountains. But
Nope.
it's at a casino.
Still
you
staying
can
at your
just drink all
place.
day.
Now that you're
All right,
doing
sounds
now that
good.
you're doing that, I'm upper decking your toilet.
You do that anyways.
I mean, I wasn't saying it as a threat. I was just letting you know that
I know. That's why I have
Tradition.
three
It's because
toilet
he's still
brushes.
confused
one
on how
just for
they
you.
work. That's the problem.
you guys have indoor plumbing.
His
Brad,
neighbors
none of our
have lots
places
of
like
problems.
Toledo.
That's all I gotta say.
Hey man, I heard Toledo is the best place to live in America.
That's somebody definitely lied to you, brother.
Hey man, we keep beating Flint. Take that.
I can't even debate this.
I mean, Benton Harbor is the new Flint, and I used to work in there, so.
Yeah, I'm surprised Brad could reach the upper toilet.
I think
Hey,
everyone
he's got a
agrees
stepping
on that one.
stool.
I did like Corey talking about internationally. He's like, screw them for flying internationally for LVO. Change it last second and force them to convert models out of the garbage they find in the duty-free store at the airport. Sounds completely fair. Ah, Jesus.
So what armies are you guys going to play post all this stuff that you haven't put on a table in a while just for fun? Like you're just going to
Spaceballs.
throw down on a random, Tuesday night with your buddies.
Spaceballs and salamanders.
Yeah, same.
Dark Angels and Space Wolves.
I'm super excited for Marines, but I want to make some wacky horde stuff, to be honest. I want to see if I can just put like 1 billion models on the board and make it so people just don't have enough guns to kill me. And then I'll play Brenton and he'll go, I did bring enough guns to kill you. So
I kind of want to. I'm so close to having my GSE finished being painted, and I kind of, with NIDS being where they've been, kind of put them on a back burner again. And now I kind of want to get them back out and finish them up and throw them on a table because I own like 120 neophytes, so I want to have some fun.
I think that's going to be. I think GSC is going to be insane, to be honest. They got more stuff now, and again, I think people are. We saw the same thing when Dark Eldar first came out, and that was one of the many reasons Dark Eldar did so well. But like, remember when that came out? It was a Deathwing Death Guard meta, and then Dark Eldar just went, "Here's 87 units," and people were like, "I have 9 Meltaguns." You're like, "That's gonna do poorly for you."
Yeah, no, that's very true.
Nice. Heidi fixing Lyle's comment. Like, nice. I'm going to pay Brad to tell my wife what to paint. Love it. All of the goodness, all of the time. What are you guys playing on the morrow? You're playing Tau tomorrow for Glass City, Brandon?
Yep, sure am. I
Brandon,
got 2 more runs with my bombers. They're coming.
Brandon, when are you getting in and when are you playing?
We did the survey last week. It said Crute, so I painted 1,850 points of Tau,
Oh my gosh.
and I am bringing a Crute themed Tau army.
Nice.
I'm playing Snigs' Nids, but I kind of want to switch last minute. Do I just take a yellow card for that? I'm going to play some Eldar.
Do it. Who cares? Play something fun. Play something that
Yeah.
you want to enjoy and have fun, and you can drink wine doing.
I think I might just take the last minute yellow. Or do I play Tyranids on day 1, then play all my games with Eldar on day 2? and
Just do half and half.
and just set the internet ablaze and just go, what? I took a yellow, right? Change per game. What did
I don't
Brad
know,
play
so,
in
like-
the Glass City? Looks like 5 factions.
Changed armies every game.
Oh, yeah, it's not tomorrow. I don't know. One of the days this week. I'm an old man. I get confused.
Sorry,
I mean,
I thought-
Eloise and I are driving up tomorrow,
I'm
so we'll leave
driving out
sometime in the
tomorrow,
morning.
So.
I sent Brad a message yesterday going, "Hey, what time are we meeting tonight?" And he was like, Did I forget a day? I'm like, nope, that was me this time.
There's a possibility. I was just
So,
Oof.
so Brad, here's where I'm at. It's been probably a little under 9 months since you played the Uthway that you love so much. I'd say rock that, man, because you're gonna play the absolute best you can play when you love the army you're playing.
That's true.
Very true.
So, because I mean, I can play AdMech all day long and I'm good with them, but if I play Tau, I'm gonna play a whole hell of a lot better because I love it.
I might. throw
That's
it
an
down.
army we haven't talked about either. I think they got quite the buff.
Who's that?
I'm over here playing with Electro Priest, considering painting him.
Oh, dude, they got so much stuff. We didn't talk about AdMech because I don't really like AdMech. So, but those Electro Priests went down a ton, and everything went down just a little bit. They have a lot more shit than they
Ooh.
had
Oh,
before.
dude, that's sweet.
Crew
Yeah,
crisis
it looks
suit.
like a really cool crew crisis suit. I
Dude,
like that.
Got this gold
Do you
star.
really have a Crew Crisis suit?
My
Yeah.
entire army is crew crisis suits.
Oh, dude, I'm voting for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
And for King of the Universe.
Painted in 4 days.
All right, so that's a sign to everybody. Step up, get going. And
Yeah.
myself,
Same.
for sure.
You know, last year when we were at Glass City, Eloise played against somebody who said, "Man, I just do not have time to paint models," and he lost the game because he didn't paint his models. Like they were unpainted, so he lost by 10 points. And she was like, "I have a plant manager. I painted my entire army in a month. Like, get good. Like I don't know what to tell you."
My favorite thing was the very next round. I was playing against Eloise AdMech versus her sisters, and she looked. How long did it take to paint your army? I had zero context, and this guy was like right next to me. I was like, I don't know, like 2 weeks.
And
And
the guy
Eloise
had
was like,
his
so
entire army was primed white. He's like, "This is acceptable," and Eloise is like, "No, minus 10 points for you. You lost this game."
Yep.
Sucks to suck, yo. Get good, scrub.
I gotta say that those people who say that, I'm like, man, contrast can get you to 3 colors pretty
So
gosh darn easy.
fast.
You know, this is
So
why,
fast.
and this is why I don't paint, by the way. I painted the one model, okay? I painted a model with Sean Naden on the paint stream. His wife painted one, Christy, his wife painted one, and we all painted the same model. And mine was clearly the shittiest. And we spent so many hours painting that. And then I went over to Sniggs' house. He grabbed a bunch of contrast paint and painted the same model and made it look the same, well, significantly better than mine, in like 5 minutes. And I was so pissed. I was like, that was my best. And you just did that randomly, drunkenly, and just went, made stuff happen. And I was like, row.
What I've noticed about snakes.
Brad,
is
don't
that
you,
you
don't
can
you
have a brand new
remember that
army.
you airbrushed a Tau battlesuit?
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, at Bill's house back in 2013. There's video evidence of Brad airbrushing.
Wow.
Just the tip. It was actually just the tips of the weapons.
Just the missile tips. Missile tips go woo woo.
So,
I was gonna say, like, I think Sniggs is probably the one guy I know who can paint a whole army in one night.
Yeah.
dude, I probably owe him a few alcoholic beverages for that. I think, I don't know. I think my worst one was when I just decided on Wednesday night at 10 o'clock leaving his house, and I went, I think I need to run cultist spam. And I'm like, and he's like, how many do you need? And I go, I need 150. He's like, aren't we leaving on Friday? I'm like, yes. And he's like, I hate everything about you. It's like, I hope you lose every game.
Brad, did you ever apologize to Gina for abandoning us on taco night?
You guys didn't let us come over. You were having secret.
You 100% were invited.
Yeah, well, no, you forgot that I didn't get invited. I invited myself, and I asked her to make tacos. So
We had so many tacos that night. It wasn't even funny.
you guys had super secret tech that night. And then we went over to Frank's and we played. What game? Brent, you were there. Were you not for that one? What did we play?
Secret Hitler.
No, we played something on the.
I don't think I was there for that one.
He had a game. He had some video game we played. We were trying to guess shit. It was fantastic. It's so fantastic. I have absolutely no idea what it is.
Was a Jackbox?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Jackbox is probably accurate.
ooh,
Yeah.
Everybody, I want everybody to get psyched up and do things. I have John coming down, and he's going or coming over, I guess, because he's from Cleveland, and we're going to do my first ever video of a tournament between games, dinner, all those kind of things, and we're gonna put it together and edit it up and see if people like it. Because I really want to show people the tournament not from just the game. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the shit. The reason we actually go to tournaments, which is talking shit, hanging out, being dumb, having some drinks, eating dinner, just chilling out. Hot poop jamming on the Rock Band. Oh man, you can't go wrong with that.
I mean, the best thing is just seeing friends that you literally can't see any other time.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So,
all right, gentlemen, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna dance our way out of here, and we're gonna rock and roll.